Hello, love. Story Saturday. This recently just happened, and a customer tried to trick me. And she almost got away with it. So many of my clients reach out to me through DM, Instagram DM, and then I go ahead and I see if I'm available or not. That's the first thing I say before we discuss details, because then we're just wasting time if I can't. So this was back in May, and she gave me the date through Instagram DM, and I went ahead and I wrote her name and number down in my calendar on that specific date. So I only take limited orders, which means I only book up to like 3 or 4 orders on the week, depending on the cake style as well. I give her my number, we text each other for information and details and price and whatever. So fast forward to a Thursday evening, I'm sitting down chilling, and then I get a text message that says, what time should I pick up the cake on Sunday? And that's when my heart drops. So I was like, it's okay, Mimo, no big deal. You've forgotten cakes before. If it's a simple, pretty easy cake, you can do it. It's on Sunday. So before I reply what cake, I scroll through the messages to see what it is. And it's a 3-tier cake, feeds about 75 people with handmade little teddy bears around it. I've made this cake before. And little puffy clouds. So on top of my other orders, this would take me a really long time to make. So I had to sit down and think, there is no way I would have forgotten to write this down because it's a huge order. And then I was like, then again, this has happened to me before where I've forgotten cakes and it was my fault. So my heart starts pounding, my anxiety starts to reach, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't know if I can do this. I have so much on my plate at the moment. I had a wedding on Sunday, a birthday party to attend on Saturday. Like, I was just too busy. So I remember talking to her about this cake through Instagram DM, even though it was a while ago. And I usually take a screenshot of my Instagram DM just so I can get the name, because sometimes people change their number and they don't tell me. And when I reach out for them, it's the wrong number. So I have to go through their Instagram and reach out to them through there. So I found the picture in my camera roll and it had the message of what date it was. And it happened to be the week after. So with a sigh of relief, I messaged her and I'm like, it's not for this weekend. It's for the weekend after. And she was like, no, it's not. It's for this weekend. And I'm like, no, it isn't. I literally have proof. And she was like, yes, it is. I specifically booked with you months ago, so I know I can have the date set. So she was like, you're telling me you can't do the cake? And I'm like, this is a very big cake. It's not something I can get done on the whim's notice, as well as my other orders. So she started to say, you're so unprofessional. You wrote the wrong date down. You're going to ruin my party. Where am I going to get a cake last minute? So I went to Instagram DMs to read the messages just to make sure I didn't mess up. And did you know you can delete messages on Instagram DM? And I scrolled through the messages and I could not find where she wrote the date. So thank God I screenshotted it. What I'm thinking happened is she wanted to move it up by a week because maybe the weather or whatnot. And she figured she'd put the blame on me. So I end up doing it. So I sent her a screenshot of the picture I took and she's like, oh yeah, well I moved it because plans changed. And I'm like, honestly, I'm really sorry, but I can't do it for you. Like, I have a set schedule and I really have no time to be able to get something done. What really upset me is that she really tried to put the blame on me and I almost fell for it. Yeah, so I put her on the list.